I'm Nige.
Hi, I'm Anders, and welcome to our extraordinary beer channel, where we're going to try 3 beers today, the nature of which Nige will introduce you.
Well, it's on our continuing the quest of looking at the best-selling beers in the UK. This week, it's the 3 best-selling craft beers in the UK for 2020. And in third place, it is Camden Pale Ale.
Which is a 4%er, isn't it?
It is. And then in second place is Brewdog Punk IPA. I thought that would have been first, but this is the best-selling craft beer in the UK.
4.6%. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a nice little ride today.
I know. After the last sessions with best cask ales and lagers, which was hard work, really.
Depressing, really. Yeah,
it's looking quite good fun.
It is.
But should we just get straight in?
I think we should just crack on.
And it's pale ale first.
We're doing it in ABV.
Yes, yes. So,
yeah.
And,
let's do that.
Bit of cans on.
Okay, let me tell you about a little bit about Camden. I've got 2 parts here. Camden Pale Ale is created by the Camden Brewing Company, which was founded by Jasper Kubich, an Australian, and his initial brewery was underneath Kentish Town West Station. So there you go.
It's actually quite dark for a pale ale.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Smells glorious.
Oh, it does smell lovely. It smells nice. It smells light.
Bit of sweetness coming off.
Yeah.
Bit sweetness.
I'm getting citrus off the top of there as well.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, I can't wait. I'm just digging in.
You go for it. Go on. Beautiful colour. Beautiful colour. Wow.
Well, there's it's quite syrupy for a low ABV beer, I think. That's what, because I don't like that in beers, and that's I got that quite.
You got that, have you? I didn't get that.
No, well, you know what I'm
very
like, sweet beers.
Yeah, I've got a very bitter ending here.
Yeah, it's quite a best way to describe it. It's almost like sharp stabbing bitterness. It's very short.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
on the palate, it's not extended. It's just bang, there you are, and it's gone before you realise it's there.
I like that.
Getting a bit of lingering bitterness now as well. So you get that punch that disappears, then.
Yeah, and then it just hangs on the back of the throat, doesn't it? Yeah. I like.
It's okay. I've got another 3 cans of this to drink, so yeah, I will drink it, but I don't think I'd go.
It'll be fine. Yeah. No, I think it's light. It's refreshing. Those aromas aren't necessarily reflected in the taste, I don't think.
No, it's quite a fruity flavour. I can't identify the fruits. It's just fruit.
No, you see, I'm getting a bit of lemon, and that's about it. The smell has a floral hint, and I'm not getting that in the taste at all. I'm just getting a little hint of lemon.
The more I'm drinking,
sorry.
The more I'm drinking, the more I'm just getting bogged down. It's just bitter, syrupy. That's what I'm experiencing now.
Really?
Yeah. Different palates, you see.
Different palates. Well, that's fascinating.
I just think it's quite heavy for a. I don't think it's that light. I think it's a bit heavy for a a 4% pale ale.
Very strange. I'm certainly not getting the sweetness. Well,
Not so much the sweetness, it's the syrup. It's that heaviness.
Sorry, yes, I see what you mean, but yeah. No, I'm not sure. Let me think on. Right, well, we've chugged away on that privately. That initial zing that I had with the lemon, that's definitely dissipated a little bit. And I know you said you were getting a little bit of orange from that.
Yeah, it's almost like it started off with the lemon zing, and it's just going down the citrus scale. We're now at orange.
Yeah, it's way down on the zing scale. It's I think it's a nice enough beer. It's nice. It's light. It's got a nice bitter end to it, which I'm really enjoying. But like I said, yeah, as we say, initial zingy.
I'd say this is okay. It's 10 times better than everything we've had for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm nitpicking. I think I was just expecting a lot more. That's what but I shouldn't, because best-selling beers aren't necessarily good beers. But this is okay. But I think I've just tasted so many outstanding pale ales, craft beers over, and I'm just a bit disappointed. It's okay. It's not offensive.
It's not offensive. I think it's above average. It's not great, but it just I feel like saying it's okay is damning it with faint praise. It does have something to it.
Well, I've finished mine now. Would I drink it again? Yes, because I've got 3 cans left. Would I buy it again? Probably not. But if I think what I'll do next time, 3 cans, I'll drink them one after the other, some Sunday afternoon or something, and see how that just see how it goes.
I really admire your commitment to science.
Oh, it's got to be done. It's
Well
got to be done.
Right. I'm going to go on to the Hells Camden Lager.
Yeah, which is the best-selling craft beer in the UK.
And while you're going to beer camp, which is what I presume you're doing,
Yep.
I'll give you the second part of the Camden Brewing Company story. And that is that in 2015, Camden Brewing Company was sold to AB InBev.
Who are they?
The biggest brewing company in the world.
Oh, right. I should know that.
I didn't know that until this morning, to be honest with you. They are a Belgian stroke Brazilian conglomerate. And
sorry. Yes, carry on.
I was just going to say, there's a Brazilian stroke Belgian conglomerate who are responsible for a shed load of beers throughout the world, the biggest one being Budweiser.
Ah, this is incredibly pale.
We've had, I mean, I haven't poured mine yet. I was blathering on while you were pouring.
But it's an incredibly pale lager.
It looks like healthy wee.
Yes. Yeah, if your wee's that colour, you're doing well.
Yeah. Right.
It's right.
Not getting much from the aroma there.
Not at all. It's quite inert.
Oh, there's a little hint of malt coming through. I've got quite a large head on mine.
Yeah, I've actually got my nose in the beer, but I can just
get right in there and you'll. There we go.
Right, I'm digging in. Oh, I quite like that.
Again, this, I suppose, this Oh, this trilogy of videos we've done on the top tens. The first one was all lager, Carlsberg, Carling, and what was the other one? Australian.
Oh, Foster's.
Fosters, yeah. They were depressingly depressing.
Yes.
This, I would say, is above all three of those.
By a country mile.
It's very smooth, isn't it?
It's smooth. It's just incredible dryness on the back end. And I like that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, there's a little bit of sweetness there, but it's quite far down in the mix.
Yeah.
But it's
drying off very quickly. Oh. Yes, infinitely better than those other beers.
It's that dryness. You're getting some of the hops there that is just tickling me in your taste buds. It's quite nice. It's I keep saying it's quite nice. I'm actually surprised. I've not had this before, and I think I was expecting something quite poor. Well, I'm going to finish this off now. We've just had a break and we've done most of it, so we'll just finish it off and then we'll sum up. The flavour of that has stayed all the way through. In fact, I think it's actually got better.
Ooh. I would say it stayed the same. I thought it was impressive.
Well, perhaps I've enjoyed it just as much as the end, which doesn't always happen.
It hardly ever happens, to be honest with you, does it? Things change when you're drinking beer. But that, honestly, is the same the whole way through. I'm, really happy with that.
Yeah. But is it a craft beer?
We discussed this, didn't we, in our little break? Because really, what we've got is a small company they were a microbrewery, and they still have a fairly small brewery. It's moved out to Enfield, I think it is. But now they have a huge conglomerate that's now bought them up.
I've just got Wikipedia's definition of craft brewery.
Okay.
A craft brewery or microbrewery is a brewery that produces small amounts of beer, typically less than large breweries, and is often independently owned. Such breweries are generally perceived and marketed as having an emphasis on enthusiasm, new flavors, and varied brewing techniques.
You see, the key word there, independent.
Yes.
That's the key word.
It's often independent, but when you have the world's largest brewery owning, it's not independent. It's a huge company.
It is.
It's just a brand they have. So, but it ticks the boxes that it is different. That's a cross between a Hells lager and a Pilsner lager. So yes, they're doing something a little bit more out of the box. So that ticks the craft beer box. I don't know, but you can't. Well, by definition, you couldn't really get a best-selling UK craft beer, because as soon as it gets a best-selling, it's not craft beer anymore because it's mass-produced.
It's a good question. I mean, Brewdog will go on to. They produce a huge amount of beer.
Yeah,
but they are independent.
They are. But they are a large brewery. They're the largest independent brewer in the country.
Yeah.
Of independent, but it's a large company.
Yeah. Well, look, I've finished with Camden.
Yeah.
And in fairness, we both liked it, let's face it.
Yeah.
It might well be
I wasn't expecting it to be good, to be honest. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Right, I'm just going to fire up beer, Cam, and we're going to go with the Punk IPA.
Yeah. And we'll talk about Brewdog. If you don't know about Brewdog, where the F have you been? They really are biggest independent brewer in Britain. They started in 2017 and have been slowly building left, right, and centre. Originally brewing in Fraserburgh, northeast Scotland. It's just a short way down from Aberdeen. Slowly built up through 4 or 5 crowdfunding escapades, and they're just huge.
Oh.
And they produce some stunning beers.
Very bubbly. I must say, I mean, not how the original recipe.
It changes. I'm sure it changes.
This recipe is now 5.4%. It was 5.9 or even 6 or something when it first came out.
Yeah.
It was about 5.7 for ages, and then dropped to. Anyway, it's now 5.4. And if you buy it at the pub, it's 5.1% now.
Is it? Right. But you can get. They've done the same with Hazy Jane, haven't they?
Different beers, but yes, they have.
Yeah, but
it's coming
so
down.
You can get the Jackhammer, which is, I think, a version of.
See, I don't think. I remember Punk IPA when I first started drinking it. You opened it up and you got that grapefruit aroma just blasted you away.
I've still got a nice smell there, though.
I know it's still nicer than most beers, but it's not what it used to be.
Brewdog was one of those moments where I cracked open a Punk and smelt it, and I thought, "Gee whiz, that's changed. Everything's changed." Brewdog brought about this sea change in how to brew beers.
Oh, they did revolutionise the
really did
in the UK.
And again, we have to go back. Yeah, we have to go back to the fact that again, they learned. I think from the Americans. The Americans have basically taught us how to brew
beers
other than just a straightforward
bitters,
bitter, which we do very well. But
anyway, I'm going to get into this. I'm a little disappointed. Sorry, I'm caught between reviewing this as a beer standalone compared with the others and what it used to be.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. We're doing a review on the 3 beers here.
I know, but it used to be really, really good.
And in fairness, I don't think it's that bad. Well, no, it's not bad by any means, but
no, it's still good.
It's just the original Punk was so in high.
So, this hasn't got the grapefruit hit that I used to get from it.
No, it hasn't. No.
It's not just me then. And I think this is a bit sweeter than it was.
It might well be. In fairness, I think on first taste, if you give me one of these 3 beers that we've had today, I'll go Punk every time.
I would as well.
Yeah.
But I'm also hugely disappointed.
Me, not so much, on the basis that this is mass produced. Again, we've talked about craft beer and amount produced. This, they produce an awful lot of this.
I think Brewdog, they've gone up to the next stage, and what we've experienced with a lot of the best-selling beers, they're bland. they're very ordinary or poor, and it's all down to marketing. Well, look at the lagers. I mean, Carling Black Label outsells everything, huge sales, and that was just an awful lager when we're reviewing it with other beers and things. And the same with the best cask ales.
Yeah,
it's down to distribution and marketing.
Yeah,
and once you've got that, once you've got the brand and you've got your distribution there, to make the profit, you can put anything in the product bottle.
I suppose with Punk,
that's the only reason I can think why people buy Foster's. I don't know why. The more I'm drinking this, back to the reviewing the beer.
Oh, hello, yes, yeah.
The more I'm drinking this, the more, dare I say it, bland it's getting. That's probably too harsh, but I'm angry.
You are.
Because Punk IPA I loved it.
It was a sea change. It was a sea change in beer.
It was, I was going to say, a big part of my youth growing up. It wasn't, because I was old by the time I got to that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Right. Well, we've had a break.
And it was a very heated debate in that break, because I went on a rant big time about Brewdog and blah, 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 about they've destroyed a perfect good beer just for profit, which, fair play, they want to make some money, independent, blah, blah.
My point is that they are still independent. They still make their own choices.
But they're independent, but they are now brewing like the big boys.
They do, but you get the other choices. You get the OG. You get the triple hazy.
I know, but they've destroyed their flagship beer.
You have, yeah.
In the break, I was saying, the more I'm drinking this, the more it's tasting like the Camden Pale Ale. There's not a lot of difference between the two, I think, now. There is, but there's not.
There is, but there's not. Okay.
Well,
I've
had too much beer.
I think, honestly, I think it's the best of the three. I think you're cross.
I think the best out of three was the Camden Hells Lager.
Okay.
I'd rather buy that than Brewdog now. Am I just throwing my toys out the pram? Probably yes.
Yes.
But up the revolution.
Well, I'm going to go with I'm going with Punk winning the day.
No, I'm
not quite by
I couldn't put that on a pedestal above. No, that's very, very ordinary now. It used to be exceptional, and it's ordinary. And Camden Hells Lager, I thought, was not bad.
It was very good. Yeah, I'd still put Punk IPA above it. We're going to fight now. So anyway, we're going to have a fist fight. You can like, subscribe, comment. We're going to talk. Bye.
Bye.